back to Clef's Garage. This is the Jeep edition. So in the last videos, you've probably seen the back end of this Jeep sitting in the shop. It's been sitting here. I had this thing for years. It needs a little work done to it again, some upgrading. Anyhow, we recently did a video on a military show and got me all excited about military Jeeps. And this is an M38 Jeep. So I thought, well, what better time to do a Jeep? We'll show you a few pictures here of what it looked like when we started. I originally started on this back in the late 80s, finished it up in 1991, and it was pretty far going. So I had an issue with the starter. I've actually kind of maybe burned up 2 of them. I found out I was using too much amperage on the battery. You'll see why later in this video. But for right now, we're going to show you how to change the starter on this Jeep. First thing I'm going to do, this is the battery box. Well, one of them. I believe this might have been a radio Jeep back in the day, and it had, when I got the Jeep, it had 3 battery boxes. We needed 2 for the 24 volts, but this has been converted to 12. And so we just use this one battery box hole here. We'll take this one out so we can get ready for the new battery we're going to put in here. It's a little bit smaller in amperage. There we go. Jeez. So there's that. So this is a little booger of a starter that we got to change. This is an original one. I had a repop one and it lasted about a month. So I found an original one, and we're going to put that in today.
That don't look like a Jeep starter.
Oh, sure it is. Let me demonstrate. First of all, we got to take this fender off to get to the starter. So let me just get this last bolt out of here. La. Could speed this up, couldn't I? Wow, I must be about 3 foot in there. I bet that goes clear to the other side. Holy crap. Unbelievable. Maybe? Huh? I fooled you. Alright. I think it's ready. Wow, man, that's a long bolt. Okay. So first you remove the fender.
That don't look like a stock motor.
What, this? Well, sure it is. That's a stock 1977 Honda 1000cc Goldwing engine. Fits quite nicely down in Mr. Jeep. You see, back when I bought this Jeep, I paid a whole $50 for it. You've heard of those $50 Jeeps? Well, this was one of them. Not from the government, from a private individual, and there was no windshield, there was no wiring harness. The motor was completely toast, locked up. There was no brakes, no anything really. Gas tank was shot, floors was shot, everything was shot. I thought, well, hey, I can't ruin this any more than it already is. So I thought, I need to repower this thing because I had a Jeep when I was a kid and it was just too dang slow for me. So I thought, well, we'll just speed this up a little bit. So, ergo, Honda Goldwing engine. So we'll get the starter changed and then we'll show you how this thing works. Okay, so I had to drop the exhaust manifold down. There's only 2 bolts to hold the thing on, and it just slides out somehow or other. Like that. Now, here's the whole problem. Where's this thing made at? Doesn't say. Oh, it's locked up. Oh, there it goes. What a piece of crap. Let me show you what we do with parts that are defective. Follow me. So I got the starter back in here and get this all buttoned back up and show you how we coupled everything up using a transfer box so I could keep my reverse and four-wheel drive. Everything still works. We're still using the 5-speed and the Goldwing. 5th gear is an overdrive. The stock Jeep would run about 4,500 RPMs at 45 mile an hour, which was screaming for it. It was great off-road, did what it was designed to do, but me being a kid back in the day, I wanted to go faster. So this motor has an 8,500 RPM red line, so twice the RPMs. That's the reason I went with this. Plus it was water-cooled, altitude adjusting carburetors. If you went up Pikes Peak, these will automatically adjust for the altitude. Built-in alternator, built-in fuel pump, overhead, well, side valves, but they're still overhead valves. Just all around nice little package to put in here. And we'll tell you some more about that when we get it running, but we'll get this back together. So you probably want to hear this thing run, see it up close. Of course, there's no moving parts to watch, but you'll get the idea. So we're going to take this for a little run, demonstrate the noises and sounds and the gearing. You probably won't be able to see the gearing, but we're going to take it down the path, do a little off-roading because that's what Jeeps are made for. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but we do call this the JeepWing, so this is the JeepWing in action. demonstrate the gearing here, what I call mushroom gear. So we have a 3-speed in the Jeep, we have the standard low range, high range, but I have a 5-speed in the Goldwing. So we're gonna go low range, first gear, and we're gonna go first gear in the Goldwing. And I'll demonstrate mushroom gear. I can do rings around the Jeep. Might want to check out my tires. So there's 10 reverse gears and 30 forward gears. 22 of them are usable forward gears. It actually sounds like you're going through the gearing. And I was just in the low range. You heard me back up through 5. I can go up to the high range and go through another 5. So plenty of different gearing for whatever terrain you're in. That's going to do it for this episode of Klepp's Garage on the JeepWing. Like and subscribe. Also, if you've seen something here you want to see further on this Jeep, put a comment down below. Maybe we'll make another video on this one, something you didn't get to see or something you'd like to see. So anyhow, remember, drive them if you got them. You see, back when I bought them, we still rolling? No, we'll shut it off. It makes noises now. Let's see if using it as a hammer helped it any. Watch the dumb thing start working. I probably could weld with this. That sucker just ain't gonna work.